chance.
Like, you obviously know that shirt is lame, but you still wear it because it's funny. Maybe accept this.
The wolf shirt. What was the wolf shirt? Human by chance, alpha by choice. See, that's hard. I think that's funny because nobody wears that and actually thinks I'm an alpha. But there are people that wear the I pause my game to be here shirt for, like, genuine value.
Shitty quotes on them.
Is Chris Koshard? Yes.
Like, you obviously know that shirt is lame, but you still wear it because it's funny. Maybe accept this one. When is it ever okay to wear this?
Ooh. Do you think, okay, now we're gonna play a semi-weird game show here. What are the odds this guy bought this shirt for himself? Or do you think somebody bought it for him? Either way, rough. Somebody made that shirt. Eat, sleep, rape, repeat. That's not ironically funny. I'm surprised this guy... Is this in an airport? You think they would let you wear that in an airport? I understand it's like freedom of speech and like expression, but this is like... I don't know if you would get off... I don't know if you get away with wearing this in an airport.
Shirt in public.
Never.
He doesn't speak English? Oh, this guy doesn't know... How is this shirt acceptable at airport? Wait, so this guy just wore this shirt not knowing that this just says rape?
Never.
Also, you know that thing that people do where they explain a joke?
Oh, it's supposed to say rave? Oh my god. If this guy doesn't speak English, I kind of feel bad. But why would he wear a shirt? Who bought him that?
Also, you know that thing that people do where they explain a joke that was bad to make fun of the joke? There's this one British guy on TikTok that goes, "So what is done there is..." Okay, let me just show you.
If your house is cold, just stand in the corner, because it's always 90 degrees there.
And what he's done there is, okay, so he's saying if you're cold in your house, go to the corner because it's 90 degrees. But what he's conflictuating is on a right angle, it's 90 degrees, like the angle is protracted up against it, it's 90 degrees. So obviously if it's 90...
Yeah, and also dad jokes. I was considering giving dad jokes its own level, but I think it best falls under here. Because dad jokes, the whole thing with them is the fact that they're not really funny. I don't think anyone thinks they're funny.
Pretty funny, huh? It's like you're gonna...
But I kind of look forward to the point in my life where I find dad jokes funny. Because if you find that funny, you find anything funny. I feel like dads find anything funny. Like once you hit like 45 as a man, any joke is funny. Like that was good. That was a good one. Like a dad watching a comedy special is like they're in heaven. Because any joke's just fucking a hit. Like an absolute bang, dude. Dad jokes like, "Oh, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm Joe." Like if there's a 50-year-old is like a 2-sentence joke that they made into a movie. I enjoyed it, but the entire premise is like, this is a bear that's on cocaine. Shit gets crazy when a bear's on cocaine. Imagine a human on cocaine, but it's a bear. Now imagine a bear, but it's on cocaine. Sharknado. Bad movie, but it's good. Let's have a tornado and then throw sharks in it. The one scene in Sharknado where the fucking guy cuts open a shark's stomach and an entire human is inside unscathed and alive is fucking comedy. And it's not even trying to be funny. That's just hilarious because it's so bad. Apocalypse has a VIP section now.
This is me, New Year's Eve 1999. Hopped up on Shirley Temples, waving at my uncle's camcorder like a little...
Yo, Shirley Temples were the equivalent of what weed is for me now when I was 8. Like the hype that I felt in my body, in my mind, when somebody said, we have... Like, if I was at a restaurant and they were like, we have Shirley Temples, I was like... Really? And then the lady would go, yeah, I could also give you some maraschino cherries. I'd go, really? What about a root beer float? Ooh. Oh, you said just root beer. No, root beer float, actually. Root beer float was like crack.
Maniac. But behind this wholesome family moment, I heard a lot of the adults whispering about
Y2K.
Y2K. Y2K. Will the Y2K computer bug bring about Armageddon?
Yeah, all the smooth brains. All the smooth brains. In 1999. Yeah, dude. The year 2000, all the PCs. What's going to happen? All the computers are going to glitch out. They're not gonna know what to do.
Flashlights, batteries, sleeping bags were flying off the shelves.
The end of the world as we know it.
I remember thinking, why are we here if the...
I would have felt, well, I mean, I wasn't alive for Y2K, but I was alive for the Mayan calendar. If I was older, I would have been a little suspicious about the Mayan calendar, I must say. That would have been, wasn't that 2012? Was when the Mayan calendar ended?
The world is supposed to end. It introduced me to a thought I think we've all had. If it really fell apart, what would we even do? What's the plan? Y2K reintroduced a Cold War era prepping mindset to a lot of people. But prepping was...
Yeah, and actual, dude, literally, you know what I hate about people that, like, whenever there's a natural disaster coming, everybody just go, natural disaster or, like, threat of doom or war, the first thing people go is, I gotta go buy milk. I gotta go buy milk. I got milk and eggs. That's what I gotta go to the grocery store.
Still looked at as something.
I gotta go to the grocery store. We're gonna eat what are we gonna do without whole milk? Yeah, and toilet paper. Toilet paper I get more because I don't want to wipe my ass with some other shit. But like, bro, I feel like if you're worried about like the apocalypse, you gotta buy shit that's gonna last like 10 years on a shelf.
For the fringe. It was niche, conspiratorial, DIY, kind of a punchline.
We are facing a communist overthrow.
Fast forward to today, and we've been through a lot. Today, 1 in 3 Americans are prepping for some kind of disaster or apocalypse, which is
That's just not, there's just no way that's true. There's just no way that's true. Over 300 million people. Chat, who here's preparing? Who here's parents are preparing for the apocalypse? Take it out of somebody. Actually be honest here. One in the chat if your parents are actually preparing for the apocalypse. I know you're not. Why is everybody saying me? What are you guys doing to prepare for the apocalypse? Actually, nothing. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Buying a can of corn. It's gonna help you. I just think like doomsday prepping is all or nothing. If you're a doomsday prepper and you don't have an actual bunker, why are you prepping? What are you prepping for? We're fucked, right? Because it maybe the apocalypse you're prepping on, like if you think the fucking zombie apocalypse is gonna happen, you don't need a bunker, sure. But like if you're prepping for nuclear war and you don't have a 300-foot deep nuclear bunker, give it a rest, buddy. I'm fucking staring up at the nukes as they come down before I die, you know? I'm not sitting here saying I want that to happen, but what are you prepping for, bro? You're cooked. You're cooked. Unless you live in Iowa, hundreds of miles away from fucking, nuclear warhead center, you're dead, right? Like, what do you mean, I have a whole basement full of non-perishable goods. Yeah, for the fucking rats to eat when you're dead. And the cockroaches, because you're not gonna fucking be here. You're gonna be incinerated.
what is now an $11 billion industry.
I'll hide in a fridge. Myth. I know it's in the Fallout show, and that's how the one guy survives a nuke. Not true. You actually die quicker. If you're in a house fire or anything where there's a large amount of heat or blast radius, you die faster in a fridge.
I spent a lot of time in the different prepping subreddits, discords.
It's like a pressure cooker. Grandparents have a ton of meals ready to eat. Guns, ammo, no homes in town I live in have basements. I wouldn't call them doomsday preppers, but they want to be prepared. That's different, right? Like having MREs and guns, that like, I feel like that you're preparing for like a government overthrow. Right? Like the way that you're describing it is like you're preparing for like a home defense situation in a scenario where there's going to be people that are, overthrowing the government and there's full collapse and now it's like every man for themselves. But like, I feel like the most likely doomsday is nuclear war. And in that sense, it's just like, why even prepare? Unless you're Mark Zuckerberg and you have a fucking $1 billion vault. Like, what are you doing? Especially depending on the state you live. I think there's a point for preparing for the apocalypse if you're far from a military base in like the Midwest. But like if you live in anywhere in the Northeast, you're dead. If you live anywhere near a big city, you're dead. You know? Like if you're like I'm a doomsday prepper and you're 50 miles away from Philly, New York City, Miami, Austin, Dallas, fucking anywhere like that, Denver, dead. You're dead.
And blogs to learn about the community.
Because they're bombing those places. DC, yeah. Dead.
And their mindset that's really driving this industry. There's a product for almost every imaginable scenario, from relatively affordable basics.
What about Maine? Is there a military base near you? Fucking scraps, because there's no shot this fucking channel makes money. Like, there's no way this TV show gets clicks still. They still do? Bro, but, like, all funny videos now are on, like, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. So the people that submit that shit, like, I remember I watched a recent video, and it was, like, somebody using, like, the Snapchat dog filter or some bullshit. Like, I talked about this previously. It's like they get the bottom of the barrel videos on AFV today, and even the good videos that they do get are sometimes just resubmitted viral videos from people that posted them elsewhere, and it did much better. And you would think that's like, oh, that's not bad if they're just doing kind of like a compilation type thing. But it's not like them just showing an old woman falling. It's them showing an old woman falling and then Alfonso Rivera going, well, let's see if she gets back up. That one's going to leave a mark. The old slip and fall. And it, like, ruins it. Mute him. They should have a fucking... And it's not even just him. It's the dude before him, too. I remember I used to think AFV was funny before Alfonso Rivera. It's because I was fucking 5 years old. Go watch episode fucking season 2 of AFV. It's dog shit. It's all bad, right? Because you were so used to nothing, right? It's like being an old person that discovered the radio for the first time. It's monumental. Now nobody gives a shit about the fucking radio anymore. So when you were 6 years old and there was no funny shit, watching epic fails on YouTube or AFV was like gold. Now it's awful.
Oh, that show. Deadass just compilations of people receiving fatal injuries. Nothing more to it. To prove why this is the lowest level, you could show, for example, the slowest person on Earth.
Where does the sun go when it get dark?
Belu, I don't have an answer for that.
You could show them a video of somebody slipping on ice and they're gonna crack up at that shit. And at this level, you find that most of the jokes happen on accident. And something about that just makes it even more funny.
I feel like you really need a good fail for it to be funny. Like, most fails I wouldn't really laugh at anymore. I remember, dude, when I was in elementary school at snack time every day, I would just watch epic fails. And then I got, like, numb to them, where I just didn't find them funny anymore.
But then again, it's only really funny when you're not the victim. Story time. As a kid, I was playing soccer, right? It was a rainy day, and I got hit in the face by a ball that looks exactly like this. Shit felt like a fully primed charged shotgun right to my dome. I was suffering and niggas was looking at me like this. Evil world. But if I saw that, I know damn well I'm losing it. And at this level, you also find things like loud equals funny. Which if you completely...
Yo. Okay, no, there's a level... Okay. Can I say there's a new type of video that I find fucking comical on TikTok? I gotta find it. If it's the randomness video, where it's nothing, there's no near the end days anyway, buddy. I mean, why are we even prepping?
Buy a ranch in Texas and
60 years old. I mean, dude, the world ends. It's already, you know, I'm just calling it quits there. If I'm 60 years old and the nukes start dropping, it's just, you know, whatever. Yeah, it was a good run.
they want to have a secret bunker with a secret passage. Whoever's sitting in the White House affects the
For their family? True. Valid point.
So Trump is absolutely horrible for business because the customers that buy the bunkers, a lot of them are Trump supporters, and they feel safe with Trump in office.
And he's not afraid to name drop.
For Zuckerberg, for an example, it's not really any bigger than what I'm doing for the Tate brothers right now. And I'm building them a 2,000.
He's building a fucking bunker for Andrew and Tristan Tate.
300 square foot bunker in Romania. I just sold a bunker to one of Trump's right-hand people. I did 2 bunkers for one of his cabinet members.
That's bad news. Pause. Why are we glancing past that? Hold up. Somebody that personally is a right-hand man to Trump's buying a bunker right now from you? That's not good.
6 months ago.
Throughout this time that I've been here today, Ron's phone has been ringing off the hook. So clearly, he's very busy.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, this is Ron.
As the fucking supreme leader of Iran in the Ayatollah just got murdered.
We make...
When was this video made? 9 days ago. Also, W Channel, by the way, Morning Brew. My God, this video is interesting.
Bomb shelters. You go down there and make love in it. Yeah, Atlas. Atlas is Ron. But what I'm going to show you here is my magnets. Last year I did 340 days in hotels. So it means I spent 25 nights in my own bed. But that is what the job calls for. So my clients call, I travel.
Overall, this is a very impressive business that Ron has built. He might be a little out there, but whatever he's doing is working. Beyond bunkers, there are a slew of other very expensive doomsday solutions in this price tier. High security compounds, remote land with airstrips, armored vehicles, $25 million bunker membership.
This is what I see as a foolproof bunker, okay? When I see somebody prepping, I think it's this or nothing. Like an actual Fallout Warzone-based shelter in the middle of nowhere.
There's a company called Safe that engineers some of the most impressive stuff you'll see in this space. Like a fortress in America that has a moat with cannons that can shoot flammable liquid onto the moat to light it on fire. The compound has multiple tunnels leading in and out, and one of them can be activated to basically...
If so, dead. Dead. Not living. I'm saying in the actual, like, scenario where nuclear fallout causes a doomsday scenario where, like, the entirety of the world is, like, trying to survive, and we go into, like, a nuclear winter, you're fucked. You're fucked. I have a gas mask. I have a gas mask. Oh, great. Oh, great. That's awesome.
All the way to this. And you're saying that there's a bunker behind this?
That'll keep you alive. That's what... But see, yo, look. Hold on.
Affordable basics, all the way to this.
That motherfucker's a multimillionaire, right? If you live in a house like this, okay, you know? Now we're getting somewhere. You know, but now already you have a net worth of $100 million, you know, and you live in the middle of nowhere in fucking, like, whatever state this is.
And you're saying that there's a bunker behind this?
Yeah.
How much does that bunker go for?
This one's about $600,000-700,000.
Change the price for the meme, bro. Come on.
We build bunkers
$700,000
for when the whole world falls apart. Bill Gates has 11 bunkers. He put one at every property he has.
Basically, I want to know, and 8-year-old me definitely wants to know. What would I need, and how much would it cost me to survive the apocalypse?
Yeah, when you're starting off, you definitely want to keep preparedness simple. A lot of people just gravitate towards guns and ammo, but the focus should be on water, food, and electricity.
Bro, the way that I'm seeing it is I feel like most people prepare for like a 3-month stand, right? And then you're killing yourself in your bunker, right? Like that's how things are going. You know, like if nuclear fallout happens and you have water, yeah, you're focusing on a water supply, limited, food, limited. You have a 4-person family, cooked, right? Cooked, dead. At that point, you got to make the tough decision. I'm not like, you got to make the tough decision of either A, everybody's dying, or B, you're pulling some, what's that game that Queso played a bunch and I played for a little bit, and you're in the bunker and you send like little Timmy out to go find fucking rations? 60 seconds. Just like the thought, like if you're in a bunker with 4 people and you got, say, 6 months food supply for all 4 of you, you cut out 3 people and now you got 2 years, you know? I'm not saying you kill your family in this situation, but I'm saying, like, why prepare for the apocalypse if now you're putting yourself in the even worse situation, because now you're trapped in a bunker with your family and you're starving to death versus just getting wiped out in the nuclear blast. I'm taking the nuclear blast. What did I join into? Yeah, or you just start eating each other. Like, oh, God, no.
Products fall between $0 and $100. For water, there are things like these 60-gallon bladders, water purification tablets, and personal...
You had your friend over when the bombs hit. You guys are in the bunker together. You got to make the tough decision. Do you eat Timmy? You know, family first. So it's like you had your friend John. Now John's in the bunker with you. It's like, hey, John, we didn't really plan for you to be here.
Water filters.
You're also about $1.80 and pretty lean, man. That's a lot of calories.
Like this life straw.
Now, I could potentially chop an arm off, you know.
God damn. You know when your vape is clogged? For food, I can of course buy...
On God, that's relatable.
You know when your vape is clogged? For food, I can of course buy...
Vape's clogged, you suck really hard and put your tongue in it. Just press play. We're gonna move on.
Buy big bags of rice, beans, grains, or other foods with a long shelf life. But we're sticking to products made specifically...
Yo, that's it. Yo, that out of context, bro. That's actually what you do, though, to unclog it.
...for disaster preparedness. And that means emergency food buckets. Okay, I feel entirely misled by ReadyWise and the marketing of this food bucket. The packaging says just add water. Bring to a boil, stirring often, and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes.
Yo, and you know that shit is straight gruel. Gruel. Have you ever seen the videos where people actually review these? I mean, I did an MRE video. That was different because that's like for military meals. These ones are meant to be like non-perishable for like 50, 100 years or some shit. I think it says 25-year shelf life. That's, yeah, up to 25 years right there. These ones are like so much worse than MREs. Like if regular food's a 10, MREs are a 7. These are like a 2.
So let's look at this.
Like it's actually just fucking it's literally just sustenance. It's just calories.
The lens of a apocalypse. How am I
man watching? They'd be like, that's class. That's banging.
Zip your table, huh?
That's hilarious.
Just like the way you unzip your pants, huh? It's like you're gonna unzip.
Then not really funny. I don't think anyone thinks that funny.
Pretty funny, huh? It's like you're gonna unzip your table, huh? Just like the way you unzip your pants, huh?
Level 6, satire and commentary. This is the level where humors develop a brain, because now the humor is becoming a way of delivering a message. This is where you stop laughing at the world and start laughing through it. You're not just making jokes anymore, you're making points. You're taking something ridiculous, politics, influencer culture, brain rot, internet trends, and holding up a mirror that says, look at this. This is us.
Adrian.
Met my and they fell in love, and they had
Steven.
Hi.
We
Steven
did
here.
this.
In my life?
Lil Sam.
I would not say that is satire. What the fuck? That was brain rot. That was a video of brain rot.
That was my hood accent. You heard me? I said like Lil Sam. At level 7, I just have people that write jokes. So people like stand-up comedians who aren't shit.
Here's Arnold Schwarzenegger finding an onion ring in his fries. What is this?
That's not even his joke. There's probably somebody, they're feeding him that. They're saying, no, you have to be cringy and say this.
I did not want an onion ring, I wanted fries.
How would they not laugh at that? I feel like if I was there and I didn't know Sal, I would laugh because of how bad it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, like actual stand-up comedies level 7. Being able to tell, I think, no, level 7 comedy, in my opinion, is storytelling. If you do like stand-up comedy storytelling humor that ropes in jokes in it, that's like that's the best humor you could have.
What is this? I did not want an onion ring, I wanted fries.
That was a funny video. I enjoyed that. No, You Are All Left is so bad that it's funny. I couldn't stop laughing when I heard that for the first time. No, that shit was so bad it wasn't funny. That's the way that I perceive stoner films. Stoner films are so bad that they're good unless they're so bad that they're unenjoyably bad. Like, for example, Dude, Where's My Car? Bad movie, funny. Grandma's Boy, bad movie, funny. Evil Bong, bad movie, bad. Not funny. It's so low quality. Sharks of the Corn, bad movie, bad. It's so bad that it is unfixable. Cocaine Bear.
Boiling water for 15 to 20 minutes. Now I have to build a fire in my backyard. I think this is the perfect example of...
Or in a bunker. Now you're building a fire in an open bunker because you don't have electricity.
Misleading marketing in the doomsday prepping industry.
Could you eat it dry? Like you have like ramen, but like no water to like cook it in?
This is what we're living off of during the apocalypse. Powdered milk, orange drink mix, and vanilla pudding. ReadyWise, count your days, motherfuckers. Outside of food and water, there are a few other basic prep items you'll find in this price range. A solar rechargeable flashlight, an emergency radio with NOAA weather alerts, there's a reusable respirator, and a magnesium fire starter. So far, this is how much I've spent. There are also survival kits you can buy in this $0 to $100 price range. This one has a lot of the things we just went through with some—
What are we prepping for? A fucking an expedition reset? Like, I don't understand. Like, all infrastructure to be wiped off the earth. Now I'm going chopping down trees again? Brother, what's happening? There's still stuff, like, what are we preparing for? I don't understand. A respirator. It was The Last of Us?
Additional stuff. It's a good amount of stuff for 41.
Are there mushroom spores fucking infecting me? I don't understand. What am I prepping for? World War III. We're dead.
99, but the quality doesn't necessarily feel that great. Anyway, it turns out the stuff in this tier sells incredibly well. And since Ready.gov says I should have a 72-hour kit at home and a 24-hour kit at work, and a kit in my car, we can already see how all of this ends up costing a pretty penny for someone—
I mean, what life are we living if I'm carrying a fucking ready-to-go bag to my office job? You bring in a bag to work every day with a fucking Bowie knife and other— I mean, that's also a legality problem now because you have weaponry in your work bag.
Who becomes obsessed with prepping. And we're at the low price tier. Overall, Scott feels most of these products are
worth having for sure.
Does spending more money increase my odds of survival?
It depends on what you mean by more money.
So now we're looking at anything up to $5,000. With food, the cost scales depending on how long you're trying to be covered and how many people you need to feed. This site even has a bundle that gets us in the next price tier.
Or you pull one of those— did you see— oh wait, no, this is kind of a spoiler. Spoiler alert, the guy in the Fallout show that only bought a cryopod for himself and he killed the rest of his family. And he was like, the ticket's expensive.
For water, we start looking at larger scale and more sophisticated water filtration products. There are also larger water storage products. To communicate and stay informed, you can look at ham radios or satellite phones. Another category of products in this tier that you'll see a lot of sites selling is backup power.
We're so dependent on electrical, and the grid is kind of fragile. Most people don't do well after a few days without electricity.
A company called Jackery makes a—
Brother, I was doing bad with like 7 hours without electricity. I started to fucking tweak out. I was like, what do I do? Not only what do I do like with my time, I was like, bro, I'm gonna like freeze to death.
Ton of different power stations, generators, battery packs, and solar panels to recharge them all. In this tier, you'll also—
Joe ain't surviving. I'm not. I think I'd survive a zombie apocalypse. I don't need to prepare for that.
Find a big market for higher-end 72.
No, I don't, because zombies are stupid, right? And I'm gonna fucking jab them in the eye with a spear.
2-hour survival kits. Beautifully organized, I'll tell you that much. This is a multi-tool. First aid core. Air filtration mask. Is this another shovel? I don't know. I feel like buying some of these things individually might make more sense than dropping $229 on this kit. When I bring up my 72-hour kit to Scott, it becomes clear that I'm thinking like a beginner, just gravitating towards a simple one-size-fits-all solution that's been really well packaged and marketed.
I do not like the pre-made kits. I think people should build their own. I believe the 72 hours is a few years ago. It's really a week. Recently in our area, Hurricane Helene came through and just wiped a lot of people out. FEMA couldn't put a dent in it.
Once you start spending more than $5,000, things start to get a little hazy. And not like, oh shit, go get the gas masks hazy. Hazy as in parts of the industry get hard to read. Let me show you. A whole house—
Like, what are they doing, bro? We have sheet metal. We have a sheet metal bunker, bro. What is this? This was probably during World War II, but I'm like, what are we— dude, you're dead.
Gas masks hazy. Hazy as in parts of the industry get hard to read. Let me show you. A whole house generator, for example. Drive through suburbia and you'll see a lot of houses with them. Installing a Generac on your house could easily run you 15 grand. Or whole house water filtration. Something like a Culligan system could easily run you up to 10 grand. Depending on where you live, you could install motorized hurricane shutters or impact-resistant windows. If you're somewhere prone to flooding, you could have floodgates or even a custom-engineered seawall if you live by a body of water and have the dough. If you live somewhere with wildfires, you could get ember-resistant vents, fire-resistant—
Like, you would have to, you know, bring the confidence within you to do it right now. Fuck no. I'm not— no, but like if somebody was like, gun to your head, be as cringy as possible, you could do it. You could be so unbearable that it would be off-putting. Like, it wouldn't be funny. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. No, because I like... No, I'm not. No, actually, no.
I don't really know where the funny...
I don't know what I would do. I would probably just start making weird noises. Like, if you needed to be as cringy as possible, just make weird noises and faces. But, like, not in, like, a reference or funny way. Just do it because it's cringe.
Is being stored. My theory is that it all
I'm not caving to the peer pressure.
goes back to Jim Carrey, who in fact did irreversible damage to comedy and cultivated millennial humor.
Oh, no. Okay, can I say that Jim Carrey is, like, one of the only guys where that level of, like, cringe over-exaggeration emotions does work in certain contexts? Like, Ace Ventura was good. Like, he has movies where he does the or The Mask. Like, they put him in roles where it makes sense for him to do those weird fucking over-exaggerated emotions because it fits the plot line. But if you just do it out of nowhere like this, dude, it's bad.
Do you smell that?
But I'm not gonna go into that right now. Bro, but proper cringe when it's not for the funnies, that shit hurts. Alright, secondhand embarrassment is not a joke. Like, just look at this clip. Just...
Yeah, you have to have a balance in the cringe. Because if you're trying to be cringe to be funny, you have to be a level of cringiness where they get it, they can relate to it, and be like, ha, that's funny because it's cringe, versus something that's so cringy that it's unlaughable.
The building.
Something about... But I really like trying not to cringe challenges, because at least for me, they're more like trying not to laugh.
Bombastic side, bro. Okay, let's go.
It gets better. And if you don't
Bro, like, literally, in this competition, just go up to the fucking camera and just make a noise. Just fucking go up to the camera. Don't do bombastic side, bro. Go up to the camera and just be like, and just make a noise for 30 seconds straight. And maybe the first 5 seconds it's funny, and then at the back end of the 20 seconds, it's just not, it's like, why am I watching this?
It gets better. And if you don't already know, I'm on my intellectual arc. So for this level, I'm proposing my theory for 3 acts relating to cringe humor. Number 1, Reddit accent. Alright, the Reddit accent is hard to explain, so just listen.
My lady, would you be interested in potentially having an E-date on League of Legends one day? I could carry you in AWAM, or we could potentially... maybe top lane, bottom lane, you could be an ADC to buy, bottom carry or something of those sorts.
Looks like a freaking Kex worker. Well, if you freaking worked at Kex, maybe you'd realize it's actually a pretty cool establishment.
Any vocals with these mannerisms, that is a byproduct of cringe humor. Next, straight up just memes. If you operate at this level, you don't tell jokes, right? You just quote TikToks and Reels.
Level 5 got Riz, Livy done rizzing up baby Gronk, Ice Spice what the dog doing, Skibbity Toilet in real life.
I kind of don't like the quotes of, like, old Vines. Like, if I was, like, just hanging out with my friend, and I was like, yo, can you grab me a spoon? I'm trying to eat some ice cream. And he went, only a spoonful. Like King Batch. Ugh. Like, or, like, just referencing something from, like, 10 years ago. That's Reddit humor. No, I don't think this is Reddit humor. Well, I mean, Reddit humor, there's different fucking communities on Reddit for everything. But I think there is, like, I think that's, like, millennial humor. Not memes. Memes are for everybody. But they're, like, millennial humor is, like, referencing old memes as if they're still relevant.
You can't really consider yourself a funny guy for using this one. You know, maybe your For You page just got it. But you have made it past laughing at people's misfortune and brain disease. And now you've become a human soundboard. I sound like I'm hating right now, but literally everybody uses this level. And let me elaborate, because I feel like I didn't really explain what this level is. It's using memes and conversation as like references, rather than, just memes by themselves. But anyways, memes are funny. That's sort of like their whole thing. And it's tough when somebody pulls out a good reference.
Sick reference though, bro.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Oh, wait, so a meme, like a level 3 meme, isn't just making memes or reading them. It would be referencing them and it not sucking. Like old Vines? No, but referencing old Vines sucks. Like, I think the golden humor isn't having somebody relate to the meme that you're referencing. It's relating the meme to the conversation at hand and it also being relevant and funny. Like, at any moment, in mid-conversation, I could be like, remember, mustard. You'd be like, yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking about. Like, if you're like, yeah, that's like Nyan Cat. Oh my God, thank God it's Friday. I'd be like, yeah, I don't fucking care. You know, like that's still ass.
Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
The reason why it's so low is because it doesn't really require creativity. It's easy to just
Friday's still peak? No, it is not.
bring out memes. Obviously, sometimes you can be creative with it, but people be doing too much with that.
Copy lane mechanism into
2.
There was a point in time where like me and my friends would talk to each other like that too much, where it wasn't like just a reference. It would get to a point where like I would have like a conversation in that voice, and I was like, oh, I hate this. Like I was like I was in the fucking Matrix for a bit, where like for like 10 minutes I would just be like talking like that, and I would be like, oh, this is funny, and then randomly I'd be like, why am I talking like that?
Voice lines. When you purposefully demonstrate audio clips that have been deemed cringe, you're operating at this level of cringe humor.
We are Ohio. In Ohio. Oh, in Ohio.
So every ooh or baka you hit. That was me, by the way, that hit them voice lines, just saying. So every one of these voice lines you hit purposefully, that's cringe humor. Damn, I said 3, but I can't be asked thinking of the third one. Forget, nigga. Level 5. Irony. This is jokes about jokes, humor that is bad on purpose, so technically cringe humor, but that's its own level for some reason. But allow me to give you some examples of ironic humor. Something like playing a weird character as a joke. For example, this.
The ops want to tell me to straighten my shit. Press my shirt with an iron. How ironic. Seems like just last week I was flying down your block, pressing your men with the iron.
Or the better example being purposefully cringe. So we're just gonna go ahead and forget about level 4. Okay? Sorry. Ironic humor would also be these types of t-shirts with the shitty quotes on them.
Oh, no. Okay, no, this isn't, I wouldn't say this is ironic humor. I would say this is regular shitty, like, old people humor that's trying to pander towards young people. That's cringy. But then if you decide to wear it, it's, like, pretty boss. You have to have, you know who has the confidence to do this? Chris. Chris will go to a bar wearing an I pause my game to be here shirt. He, like, my friend Chris will go to a bar wearing a Hatsune Miku shirt. Unironically. Just show up. It's a full art Hatsune Miku, like, DJing a song, and he'll just be like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, dude, we're in a bar, right? Like, we're in a public place. Like, you're just wearing a Hatsune Miku fit. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, that's owning confidence. Okay, here it is. There's no purpose in any of the fucking clips in the video. It's just full random, and I think randomness is funny. All right, hold up. Brady just messaged me and said, do not download COD. It's dog shit. It is? Yeah, I heard that you can't pause the campaign. You have to run it in one. There's no save points. You just have to play the campaign in one sitting. All right, this is like, I guess, the level of humor that I would define as, like, comedic out of just random. I don't know what level this would fall into, though. I have no idea what level of humor this is. Maybe, like, 2? Or, like, it transcends levels? Like, okay, now that I'm watching it back, it wasn't that funny. I saw that at like 3 a.m. one day, and I thought that shit was fucking hilarious.
I disagree with you just hating, you know, sometimes it is the case, but sometimes it's also just annoying.
Yeah, it's brain rot.
A lot of people think I'm confident, but I'm actually just loud.
You know, not everybody needs to do stand-up, okay? Some people just need to stick to this first level. This level's stupid, but it's kind of beautiful, alright? It proves that joy is everywhere, even if it's in other people's misery. Level 2. This level is the fucking stain on the earth that is brain rot. This one is a level above because it requires a set level of prior knowledge and liquidation of the brain. If you were to show...
Yeah, it's references. Level 2 you need, but it does transcend language still. Like, tung 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 sahur isn't English. It's Italian brain rot, but we still get it.
An 80-year-old man this.
Garam mararam raraman mararaman dan madu dung 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 tak tuntung perkuntung.
You are not getting a giggle out of bro. But if you were to show this kid who's on his 41st 6-7 of the day, he gonna laugh to an early grave. This is going so low.
Okay, but can we... I gotta say, brain rot inherently isn't funny. It's the repetitiveness of the brain rot.
Siding or roof shingles. If you're somewhere with earthquakes, you could get a seismic retrofit for your house or a base isolation system, which could really cost you a pretty penny. All of this stuff would increase the value of your home, and some of it...
This isn't an apocalypse. This isn't an apocalypse prepping. This is a natural disaster prepping, which could lead to an apocalypse. But like, I'm gonna install floodgates on my fucking house? What are you doing?
Could even reduce your insurance premiums. So some of the prepping in this tier blends right into home improvement or fortifying your home. But if we're talking about the worst case scenario, end of days, the collapse of normal day-to-day life, the prepping subreddits refer to this as shit if hits the fan, or Teotwaki, the end of the world as we know it. In that...
Bro, why do we have a fucking abbreviation? Teotwaki? Oh, you prepared for Teotwaki? Bro, just say the end of the world.
The end of the world as we know it.
Why as we know it? Because the world's not ending, but the modern society is.
In that situation, most of these things wouldn't necessarily be helpful. A whole house generator is tied to propane or natural gas. In an apocalypse, you'll eventually run out of fuel. So you have to buy bigger and more robust solar and battery systems than we saw in the previous tier. And
if nuclear war breaks out, the sun's blocked! If the fucking Yellowstone fucking geyser volcano explodes, there's no sun! The sun's gone! Where are we gathering solar energy?
And your local water treatment facility isn't going to be up and running, so your whole house water filtration system is going to be useless. If you're prepping at this level, you probably have very little trust left in the government, infrastructure, or even your neighbors. And that can send you even further down the rabbit hole to the point where you want to isolate. I've read that Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, Mark Andreessen, Steve Huffman, and Reid Hoffman all allegedly have doomsday bunkers, which definitely pushes us to the next price tier. These days, digital preparedness can be just as morning brew, or click the link in the description. Okay, back to prepping for the apocalypse. If you Google...
Joe's being pessimistic. This is a video that is about people that are pessimistic. This is literally the actual raw example of pessimism. People that think the world is actually going to end.
Doomsday bunker, the top result is... And so that's where we are right now. We're at Atlas Survival.
Atlas Survival Shelters. Just shipping containers. I need to see how thick... If that shit ain't 3 fucking...
Frat flick into 6-7 shoddy emote. Frat snap.
Okay, but it also incorporates the aspect of timing and delivery. But everything else, you're not really creating a joke. You're just saying something that people have already agreed is funny. I stay spamming memes in my videos, so, you know, this is a little confronting. But true story, the other day I saw a guy sitting like this, and I thought to myself, bro, it's not Quandale Dingle.
It's Quandale Dingle here.
And hit one of these. I deadass felt disappointed in myself for that, but I did realize a cheap laugh is still a laugh. Another reason why I put this here is because I don't really laugh at memes, at least not really a full laugh. I just be hitting the quick little exhale out of your nose, like this. But this level is still respect.
Yeah, that's like the humor that makes you go, It's like fast food humor, you know? I like it, but there's a point where it becomes unenjoyable. Like if I'm watching a movie and it only makes me go, I'll look back at that and be like, that was a shitty film. Because even though it got like a chuckle, it never made me laugh. Like that wouldn't count as laughing. Julio the threat.
Respectable. Level 4. Cringe humor. Okay, arguably the worst level here. But to explain it, it doesn't really make sense. Sort of just laughing at people being cringy on purpose. But everyone uses it, everyone does it. You may have hit a couple, what the Sigmas started Naruto running.
What is Sigma? I mean, when you think about it, anime humor actually tends to be, yeah, like that voice. That voice is cringe humor. Like you're purposefully being annoying and that's funny.
Or T-posing or something. Or one of these. Whatever, you get the idea.
Okay, cringe humor is people reenacting the Bendy and the Ink Machine dance where they're not doing it because they think it's a good dance. They're doing it because it's cringy.
This is a pretty common level. I've seen a couple TikTok trends that operate at this level too. Like whatever this shit is.
the reverse, though.
This is another one where I don't really know where the funny is being stored. My theory is that...
Yeah, I've seen these videos. Like, I've seen these guys do a lot of compilations where they just purposefully be cringy until it's, like, too cringy and then they end the video. I feel like I would kill that instantly, you know? Like, they're clearly doing stuff that's cringy, but also trying to be funny. Because if it's like, hey, be as cringe as possible, you could just be really fucking cringe. Like the 7 levels of humor.
And at 17% African American, I am not from Wakanda. I'm from, like, Wakanda.
I respect the bomb, though. I respect the bomb. I gotta say that. Horrible joke. Horrible joke. But to be able to get on stage and bomb and not shrivel inside of yourself is commendable to a degree. No? Most comedians suck, percentage-wise, you know? You see these top 20 comedians, and they're fucking funny or not, depending on what you think. And even if you think that guy's not funny, now think about fucking the dude that's not successful. You know? Like how comedy can get really bad. And this is like scraping the surface of that. Most comedy clubs are bombs. Most comedy guys suck. You know, they never gain success. They might get a laugh or two at a bar. Like you, I would be terrible at stand-up. The type of comedy I think I could do more what Matt Rife does than any other comedian that does performative sets. Matt Rife gets up on stage, has a few things that he wants to say, and then he does crowd work. I could do crowd work. I don't think I could ever do a set where I go up and I just tell jokes. Oof.
Are you all right? Yeah. No, you are all left.
You know, they say that humor is subjective. So it's a good thing I'm the subject and I'm going to tell you that shit was...
Got on America's Got Talent to say that? Are you all right? Yes. No, you're all left. What's the joke? What's the joke? I understand what she's saying where it's like all right, like right. Like, what do you mean all left? Oh, like they're Democrats? It was not a political joke. I don't think that was a political joke. I think it was just, bad. That's the biggest problem with America. I'm not going to get on a long tangent about America's Got Talent. Side note, quick, 30-second ramble about America's Got Talent. People got to tell their relatives that their talents suck. Because it's fucking shitty when you falsely boost somebody to the point where they believe that they should go on America's Got Talent just to be let down miserably. Like, my God. Especially, I think it's different with comedy and more with, like, singing. Singing or dancing. Where, like, people consistently just go, oh, my God, that's so good. Yeah, no, you should go on America's Got Talent. And then they get on stage and it's just miserable.
Awful. I've constructed 7 levels.
That's Britain's Got Talent. Same thing. Same premise of the show. You have 4 famous judges, 5 famous judges that judge everyday people.
Of humor and comedy, with one being the most primal and nonsensical humor.
My mom.
Feet thick of steel. I'm thinking that that's breaking.
Shelters in Sulphur Springs, Texas to meet Ron Hubbard. These bunkers can range anywhere from $25,000 up to $25 million. The question I have is, what are these bunkers...
Bro, $25 million for a bunker, bro.
...protecting me from that the lower cost products weren't? We're gonna go find out. Ron, pleasure to meet you finally. I'm James.
Yeah, hey.
Good to meet you.
What's that for? I'm gonna have my own line of swords. It's a zombie sword for chopping your way out through zombies. What I'm selling is a feeling that
he's building a zombie sword
through zombies. Line of swords. It's a zombie sword.
Bomb shelter business is booming. This guy's literally the fucking head. What's the dude that in Vegas that prepared for the end of the world in the Fallout show? That's this guy, Ron Hubbard, not Burger in Vegas, Mr. House.
It's a zombie sword for chopping your way out.
This is Robert House
through zombies. What I'm selling is a feeling that you are going to be a survivor. Imagine being on the Titanic and you know that one boat is designated for you and your family.
What types of events would these bunkers protect you from?
We emphasize that our bunkers are built to be NBC proof.
Chat, if you're on the Titanic, I think this is a question for the men. If you're on the Titanic, are you staying off the ship till the end? I'm not gonna take a woman or child's place on a boat. However, I'm getting off that fucking boat. I'm getting off that fucking boat. I don't know how, but I'm getting off that boat. I'm a minor, I would go first. Okay, let me say this. If in the Titanic, when the boats were sinking, I'm assuming the chatter that just said that, you're probably like a 16-year-old man. You're not getting on the boat. They're kicking your ass off. Right? If you walk up to the lead guy that's shuffling women and children onto the boat and you go, "Well, I'm 17, can I?" They're kicking your ass off, bitch. You got to find your own way off that fucking boat. You know what I mean? Like when they say like women and children first, they mean women and like toddlers. Like you got to be young for them to be like, okay, yeah, I'll let you off.
It means nuclear, biological, and chemical. So you could go in there for any reason, including tornadoes, hurricanes, or even a civil unrest or people driving around trying to shoot holes into your house.
And now it was time to go see one.
A builder is building 86 houses. He's decided every single house will automatically have a movie theater in it that will also be a bomb shelter.
I mean, now we're just living in luxury. This isn't even a fucking... We got a movie theater. We got a movie theater in the shelter. I feel like if you're going to spend millions of dollars on the shelter, just make the shelter your house. So in that sense, I kind of get it. Like, just have a piece of property and have your house be the bunker.
Bunkers have become popular because...
Like, live underground.
They're dual use. Everyday luxury on the surface, doomsday bunker when shit hits the fan.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ron had told me we were going to see a finished $700,000 bunker, but unfortunately, that's not the case. He brought me to a new construction, though, that's apparently going to sell for $1.6 million. And part of this construction, right by that dirt mound over there, is a $700,000 underground luxury doomsday bunker. Let's go check it out.
Can I say, shouldn't you put it a little more underground? Like, we're right on the dirt surface, you know? Is this the roof? I feel like it should be like, 8-10 feet under, like a little over the water table.
$100,000 underground luxury doomsday bunker. Let's go check it out.
Now, remember, I'm going to give you footage of a finished one that you
can... it's pretty deep.
Edit it in, okay? This one's got 9-foot ceilings. This is the stage that will go back in that corner. This is a gun cabinet. It's a remote control gun cabinet. This will come down. It's got a roll shutter. So this is a bunker man cave movie theater. This is the escape tunnel. This way, if the person in the bunker feels like they're worried about being trapped in the bunker, it gives them a secondary means of egress. What we have here is a full kitchen. You got room for a full-size fridge. You got granite counters, stainless steel microwave, stainless steel sink, plenty of cupboards and overhead shelving. Okay, so this is the one and only bedroom in here. There will be the NBC air filtration system will be mounted in this room. There's also a closet with access to the plumbing and all the water tanks.
Custom built.
Where's the room where they start eating each other after they run out of food? Is that also part of the man cave where they're watching Home Alone for the 15th time during the apocalypse? And there's no real relevance to those movies anymore because the world's ended.
Bunkers like the one we just saw is only one part of...
So watching Kevin McAllister try to stop the 2 thieves that are breaking into his house on Christmas no longer really has the same oomph that it used to.
Ron's business. He also sells prefab bunkers that are made at his headquarters and then installed on site.
Okay, this is a 72,000 square foot factory that does all the welding, fabrication, finishes out the interiors of the bomb shelters.
They do look sturdy. I will say that.
All right, this is a prefabbed bunker here at the Atlas facility. Not too bad. How would you describe your customer?
I get a lot of people that are 55, 60 years old. They just sold their company. They want to...
And 7 being intellectual jokes that deserve to be a higher level. Is this how you do it 7 levels? I don't know, but we're gonna go with it. Level 1. This is what I call the primal level. This is the most nonsensical level, and it also transcends language.
I think level 1, yeah, transcends language, fart jokes. Body humor is like level 1. Caveman. I think level 1 humor would be like caveman humor. Like something that another person would find funny if they can't even communicate with you physically. Like you rip ass in public, or, you know, fucking shit your pants. something like that, where it's like, you know, or yeah, like a burp, just regular comedy that's like, or even like maybe like Jim Carrey humor could fall into like level 1, where it's like facial.
You don't need to set up a punchline or even a wrinkle in your brain, smooth head ass nigga. An example of this would be laughing at somebody falling over. Why do we laugh at this? Who knows?
Epic fails. Schadenfreude. I think that's why we laugh at epic fails. It's the feeling you get when you laugh at somebody else's misfortune or pain.
I ain't doing.
It's like a happiness that it didn't happen to you. But there's a level of funny and not funny. Is that agreeable with fails? Like watching somebody fall over, funny. Watching somebody fall over and die, not funny. Like it, and that's like, there are people that would find that funny. I would say that's sick if you think that's funny, that like if somebody like falls and dies. But it's like if somebody like hurts themselves minutely, I would go, that's kind of funny. But if they like get their arm chopped off, oof, that's more grim.
Who knows? I ain't doing all that research. But there's really something about watching somebody's misfortune that just brings me joy. And I know I'm not the only one that's like this too. I remember watching America's Funniest Home Videos, you know that show? Deadass just compilations of people receiving fatal injuries. Nothing more.
They really did get the perfect guy for that show, but it also made me realize how bad the AFV was. What's this guy's name? He does the Carlton. He starts the episode. We got a lot of funny videos tonight. Stay tuned. And then it's like somebody falling over, and they give him the worst one-liners you've ever seen in your life. I don't know if they still put on AFV or how much they're paying this guy. Yeah, Alfonso Rivera. They got to be paying this guy that makes it funny. I think the low taper fade was the first example of this, where the meme died and then people were like, I'm just going to drag this meme like it's a dead horse across fucking hard asphalt. We're just going to we're going to pull it until it's funny again. And then at some point it gains traction. It's hilarious. And then it goes into a phase of being shit again and then funny again. Back and forth. There is a hard cut, though. The low taper fade meme sucks now, right? Is there ever going to be a moment where it's funny again? Maybe. Like in a year from now, if I saw like a random edit that just pivoted to a low taper fade meme, I would be like, oh, that's funny. I remember that.
Oh, because, you know, obviously it's not...
6-7 pisses me off, though, because it's like it refuses to fade from existence. It's 21... from the Vine era, you know, 21, but it's like, it's not going away. 21 was like the height of brain rot, and then it like kind of submerged itself to like mid-tier usage. 6-7 is like spam used so much, and no one stops you. Like people just still, anytime you hear 6 and 7 together, people just spam it.
Anything of substance, I don't have to explain that. Bro, like what even is this shit, bro? It's I don't know, but I'm low-key here for it because it's a cheap laugh. But I just can't give this level any credit because there's still no structure or timing, just... And this is funny because it just so happens...
I feel like brain rot, the random brain rot is best described as like something that would stress you out if you were tripping on hallucinogenics. Like, this is funny to watch now, but if I was, like, hallucinating on mushrooms, I think I would panic if I saw this. Because I would be like, is this real, or am I, like, actually, no, is this actually happening? What am I watching right now? Because somebody made this. Somebody, like, edited this and spent time putting effort into making something that actually just makes no sense.
And this is funny because it just so happens that somewhere along the way we just collectively decided that gibberish tomfoolery equals funny. I don't know.
Oh my god, the penguin brain rot? No, I love that. Wait, where it goes. Penguin brain rot. You know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. What is it called? Like Penguino? Penguino dance. Penguin dance AI. This. Like, why do I enjoy watching that? It's just stupid.
I can feel the literal fucking micro tears in my brain as I continue to talk.
It's unfunny. I'm not saying it's funny. I would say I would watch it, though.
About this subject. You know, I can say all these negative things, but if you catch me at the right hour.
I love how everybody's like, damn, Joe, that's AI slop. You're stupid as fuck. Meanwhile, I guarantee you half of y'all's liked videos are 6-7 memes. So when I say I enjoy the stupid video of the AI penguin dancing versus somebody being like, yeah, 6-7's fucking hilarious still.
Oh, I'm losing it off this.
Oh, we love it.
Love-hate relationship with this level, no more. Level 3. At this level, we have
act like a giant microwave. Wild stuff. All right, well, that's the end of the day with Ron, and that was quite the experience. Let's just say I'm not surprised the guy that's the king of luxury doomsday bunkers operates the way he does. It's hard for me to say what my takeaways are. I'm kind of torn, to be honest. Obviously, Ron makes a compelling case for bunkers, but Scott sees things differently.
I'm not a pro-bunker guy unless they are for tornado shelters. They require constant attention, maintenance, intervention. Bunkers are easy to disable as well. If somebody finds your bunker, you're not getting out of it. They're not where you should.
Oh, what? Like they'll just block you in. You'll never be out. You'll never be able to leave.
Your money when it comes to preparedness.
So why do you think people buy them and spend ridiculous amounts of money on them?
Because they have ridiculous amounts of money to begin with. You've opened up a big can of worms here.
Yeah, like why do they have like cubicles in this shelter? What are we doing on a fucking Mac on a Mac computer right now?
To begin with, you've opened up a big can of worms here, James.
So to bring it back to my core question, how much do you think it would realistically cost me to survive the apocalypse?
About $1 million. No, I'm just kidding. So I don't think I could throw a dollar amount at surviving the apocalypse. So let's come up with a realistic scenario on how much it would cost to mitigate against that. Can we do that?
My follow-up was, is that even a fair question?
Okay. I do believe that you should prepare, that everybody should prepare for the scenarios that you've already seen happen in your life, the likely scenarios.
So it looks like no amount of money will truly save me or you in an apocalypse or doomsday scenario. It might buy you time, it might make things a little more comfortable, but there's no product, bunker, or system that guarantees survival when everything completely falls apart. If I got
that one guy, not Ron Hubbard, the other dude, seemed a lot more about like natural disaster preparedness versus actually getting ready to fucking survive a nuclear blast.
Plus the bunker, this is how much I would have spent. Overall,
$739,000
I would have spent. Overall, I think the industry has seen so much growth because there's been a convergence of disaster preparedness and doomsday prepping. Disaster preparedness is backed by governments, insurers, and utilities. It's boring, practical. Doomsday prepping has always been culturally fringe. It's individualized, but climate disasters are more frequent, power grids are less reliable, insurance is retreating in certain areas, the pandemic was a wake-up call, and governments are increasingly telling people to be more self-sufficient in an emergency. Now there's a middle ground made up of average people like you and I who don't want to rely entirely on institutions, but still want to be prepared for when something goes wrong. How far someone goes and how much they're willing to spend is defined by how likely they think that disaster they're prepping for is, or how paranoid they are about it, if it's more on the extreme side. And yes, there are definitely companies and products that take advantage of escalating fear and paranoia. Like I said before, we have been through a lot, and we're all just a little bit more uncertain. So, in my opinion, prepping didn't really go mainstream. It just got rebranded. Ron, what do you...
Yeah, I think that, like, a lot of these businesses are obviously going to be like, oh, you need... Like, you can't really take Ron's word alone. Because obviously he has a financial incentive to go, hey, the apocalypse could happen at any moment. You need to have a fucking bunker. Because, like, he makes money on bunkers. Like, if they're making money from the business, you have to take, like, what they say, you know, in some level of validity, but also, like, recognize there's an incentive for them to give you that information.